welcome to the RuPaul Drag Race Recap Show. Wow, I don't even know the name of our damn show. I'm Daniel Brewer. And I am joined by two incredibly patient co-hosts from the LA. I don't know. Fuck, it's Joe Batance and it's Taylor the Latte Boy. You know them, you love them. I have no build.
Well, I don't know if they love us.
I have no big build.
Don't jump the gun there, Daniel.
I think they barely tolerate me.
Shut up, Michelle.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Shut up. 10 seconds in. 10 seconds in the first Who is Taylor joke.
Who had 10 seconds in the pool? You may now collect your winnings. Hi. So, how are you boys?
We're doing
well.
just well. I mean, I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
No, not since the last, what do we call it? The reveal, where we talked about the queens that were going to be on All Stars Season 2. We now find ourselves 1 week away from the big opening of the show. That sounded dirty, but it wasn't meant to be. But the big premiere of All Stars 2 coming up next week. What is it? August 25th, I think, is the actual date.
Yes.
And so we here lost English now. I swear to God, I haven't drank or smoked anything. This is why.
Maybe that's the problem.
I know, this is my problem.
I was going to say, he was talking completely normal up until he hit record.
Yeah, everyone, we were talking for half an hour before we actually started recording, and Daniel completely sounded fine. Right now, he sounds like his internet service is going out, and then he's like Skyping out.
No, that's just you.
That's what but he's just talking like that.
Right. No, so what I was going to say, so we need to now cover something because we're changing up the format for All Stars 2 because of the night that they've chosen to air it and our schedules. So we're going to do that. And we are being sponsored by a sponsor. Of course, we're being sponsored by a sponsor.
Not anymore. Wow. They heard that.
They're like, huh? Wait, what? Wait, has that check cleared?
I think someone needs a sponsor from the way that he's talking right now.
Exactly. Maybe I should call my sponsor right now. No.
I know, yeah. Good point, Taylor.
No, we are being sponsored by PickPete.com, and you may say to yourself, hey, who is PickPete.com? That's all right if you don't know who they are. They're new. They're a startup that does reality show competitions. They don't do the competitions.
Yeah.
Well, no, but what they do is they do a fantasy, like we're doing, like Taylor has set up this big fantasy drag race thing that you and I have already chosen our queens for. And we got an email from one of our listeners that wanted to play along at home, right?
Yes, I was going to read that in a little bit.
Yeah.
We have emails?
We have an email regarding this particular topic.
Oh.
So go ahead, Taylor. Read the
Okay,
email.
well, this is an email from Jordan, and Jordan is 16.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
16-year-old listener?
I know, which when I read that, I was like, oh, God. You immediately think back to what things have I said that, shouldn't be said in front of a 16-year-old, but whatever.
Yeah. To hear Batance's voice, and I said, oh, really? Oh,
really?
Oh, Jordan? Oh, tell me more.
Right. Call me in 2 seasons.
You're so gross. So, hello, my name is Jordan. I'm 16 and started watching Drag Race about 6 months ago, and I am pumped for season 2 of All Stars. I've seen seasons 4 to 8, and season 8 is when I started listening to your show. My friend and I would love to be able to join you guys with your fantasy drag league. I heard Taylor say that there would be a spreadsheet with the point system. If he could email me that sheet, that would be awesome. Thank you guys for recapping the show and everything else that you do.
Wow. So, I don't know, that was a great idea. Like I was thinking, oh, wow, we should have set up something so that people could have, played along with us at home. But then along comes PickPete.com, which does a very similar thing. So, if you would, we're still going to do Taylor's game here. But in addition to that, we have all three of us have also gone over to PickPete.com and signed up for the drag race contest or the drag race. They don't call them contests. What do they call them?
They call it competitions.
Oh, because it's Pick
No, they
Pete.
don't.
Right, yeah.
Dude, I was going to say, do they really?
They should trademark.
How did I miss that?
So we've signed up for the drag race competition there where you get to, hush.
Let's let Joe finish tickling himself.
Laughing at my own. No one laughs harder at Joe Batance's jokes than Joe Batance.
So you get to, when you go over to PickPete.com, you can sign up. You can actually just use your Facebook login there, so you don't need to generate a new account over there.
I didn't do that because I'm scared of that.
Actually, you know what? That is a valid point, because a lot of times when you use your Facebook login to log into things, they like start posting spam all over your timeline, and it's like,
no.
Hey, but let me finish. They don't do that. So it's like, if you are lazy like me and just want to use your Facebook login to generate an account at PickPete, don't worry, they will not post to your timeline. They're not going to start spamming all of your friends. They don't.
That's why I didn't pick it, because I wanted them to post to my timeline. I'm so sick of posting to my timeline. I wish someone would just do it for me.
It's really interesting because, using different logins to authenticate your things is a great idea, and I wish more companies would do it. But then so many companies do it badly, where they want to know, hey, by agreeing to sign in with your Facebook account, we get to see all of your friends and all the relationships, and it tells you what permissions they're looking for. PickPete is only asking for your login, just basically to authenticate you. So don't have any concerns about that. But once you sign up there, and you sign up and you just click on the little upcoming contest, which is the drag race contest, you will be able to pick 3 queens. So you'll be able to field your team of 3 queens. And every week they're going to post a little recap, which will tell you what happened during the episode. And then points will be given out for different actions that might happen during that episode. Now, we don't know what those are yet, but if we use like their existing Big Brother contest as a template, like they may get points for cussing during an episode. They may get points for crying during an episode. They may get points for throwing shade during an episode, or they may lose points for getting eliminated. They may lose points for not being able to do a competition. It's like, so we don't know yet, but every week it will be on there, and we'll talk about it. So if you
just thought of a contest for us. We can't do this on PickPete yet. We have to come up with an over-under every week that we discuss for how many Michelle Visage laughs there are.
There was something that happened during the off season where somebody on TV did a Michelle Visage laugh, and I'm like, I wonder if they listen to our show.
Well, I was going to say, I was listening to the latest episode of the RuPaul podcast, What's the Tea?
Yes.
With Michelle Visage. And they had Lisa Kudrow on. And this Michelle Visage loves this Lisa Kudrow. Lisa Kudrow would just be like, excuse me. And Michelle Visage would be like, it up. For anything Lisa Kudrow said. If you were going to do an over-under on that, you would have to go on the over on the Lisa Kudrow episode. But what I'm trying to say is this. We have to come up with an over-under every week that we do a bet on.
Okay.
Thank you.
I agree. Anyway, so PickPete is a startup, and so a lot of new features will be coming as they're aiming for like their official big everything out in October, right?
That's what I hear in the fall. They're looking to, because what we would really like, my dream, and I think PickPete will make this happen, is that we can play with all of you just the way. What's my future husband's name?
Adonis B.
Oh, Adonis B.
Oh, Adonis B is my future husband, by the way.
Okay,
I saw him first.
I don't have a future husband yet, but
I think my future husband is hashtag Tyler H, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this season is about Joe trying to find a future husband. Now that Joe is single and ready to eat Pringle, let's be honest. He's already been eating Pringles.
Right.
There was not even a ready. I was ready before I broke. Anyway, the point is this.
He's talking into the can right now. That's his microphone. The Pringles can.
Do I sound like I'm talking into a can?
No.
I'm waiting for the point.
The point is this. We would like people to be able to play with us. That feature is coming soon to pickpete.com, where we can play with you, our millions of fans.
Right.
Granted, not even 1 million people watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but we have millions of fans all over the world. They can soon do that on pickpete.com.
That's what it is.
That's right. Pickpete.com.
Really? Is that PICKPETE.com?
It is PICKPETE.com.
All right. So there you go. Pickpete.com. We'll talk about them as the season goes on. And maybe we can get a hold of one of them to interview them, because I would really like to know why they chose that name. I want to know
why they chose that name. And also, I'm encouraging our listeners to email us with because we're not going to know. Email who you picked on pickpete.com.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah.
And there's also other shows on there as well that you can do. There's The Bachelor.
I don't care about the other shows.
Okay, but I was going to ask a question because I know.
But wait, isn't Jay Ellis on one of the recap shows for maybe one of his shows has a recap? Maybe they have a contest for one of his.
Yeah.
So any show that Jay Ellis recaps, you can go and you can sign up for that one.
Okay. I have a question about Big Brother.
Sure.
Because I know that Big Brother's on, and I know that you watch Big Brother. Okay, I was just looking through as far as the contestants when we were trying to figure out the whole rules thing and everything. Mm-hmm. There was one cute guy on there. There was one
did someone say
particularly
cute guy? Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
There was one particularly cute guy on there whose name
Polly? Yes, Polly.
Is he still on?
Yes, at this point.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, 'cause
elimination
I
is
didn't
tomorrow.
see him until-
We're recording tonight, Wednesday. He's actually on the block this week. So it's like we're actually tonight, August 17th that we're recording. He is still in the house. Yes.
Okay. Because I don't watch that show, but I would very much like him inside me.
You know,
Whoa.
here's the thing.
That took a hard left.
Like 3 seasons ago, his brother was on the show, Cody. So he is Cody's brother. They're both very attractive.
Does he never wear a shirt?
No, not in the house. Not that I can tell. So.
Okay.
And it's fine. I have no complaints about that.
Well, no, I am the same. I am just saying that I find him. I've seen little screen caps and gifs of him, and find him.
Don't do
intriguing
this
to look
GIF.
at.
I do not approve of this GIF thing. Stop it.
GIF?
And I will not put up with GIF.
It's GIF. It is a graphics interchange format. It is
Well, I
not
thought
a-
it
it
was
is not a-
supposed to be pronounced
no,
GIF.
No, it's GIF. I don't care if the guy.
Don't do
I
that.
think I think it's important that the fine folks at pickpete.com right now are thrilled that they're getting this top-notch content to sponsor their show.
Pickpete.com.
Right. All right. We're done
Is that a
talking.
slogan?
No, yeah, pick Pete and win. I don't know. I don't
Get off your feet and pickpete.com.
Maybe if you have a suggestion of a logo, then send it to us. We'll
Where
pass
you
it
get
on.
more than a peck of pickled peppers.
Wait, do we need a jingle too? Can you do? This will be obscure.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do a jingle in the style of the acapella group that you like so much?
Oh, yeah. The one that I saw at the Hollywood Bowl is like,
Yeah.
you know, Lawson had a good addition to it that I'm going to add to it. But like, I got to think of a song. Because remember, they're always doing it to like some sort of pop song that we would all
Right,
know.
Yeah, Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, so you want me to do to that?
I don't care. I was just throwing that. That happens to be in my head right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I forgot. It wasn't like. Ah, pick Pete, pick Pete, pick Pete, pick Pete. Want you gonna beat defeat? Go with Adonis, go with Adore, go with Katya, May, or Detox or more at Pick Pete.
That is. That's very clever, other than the fact that Adonis is a listener of ours, not an actual contestant on the show. But I understood where you were going.
Adonis could be the name of a drag queen.
Anyway, so let's talk about how we're going to change things up for All Stars.
Wait, stop.
Oh, I'm
Stop.
so
I want to
sorry.
know who
I'm
you
so
guys
sorry.
picked at pickpete.com.
Oh.
Taylor.
I picked Katya, Adore, and Alaska.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
I picked the exact same. I picked
Did you really?
Katya, Adore, and Alaska, yes.
Okay.
And I went with Katya, Alaska, and Detox.
There you go. Wow.
But, you know, this is why I'm saying that Pick Pete doesn't know this. You know what I can talk about with this pickpete.com, and I hope no one's listening.
So does Pick Pete right now.
But so we were contacted by a guy named Eric at Pickpete. Daniel, did you see how cute this Eric was?
Eric was. He was very attractive.
I was and he sounded so cute on the phone.
Yeah, I did not talk to him.
I spoke to him, and I was butching up. I was like, "What's up, Eric? You know, what's going on, Eric?" And then what's funny is because we were talking about when I first went to pickpete.com, your options were like the Emmys, RuPaul's Drag Race, and like the Great British Bake Off.
Yes.
So I go, "Is this a gay-owned company?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "Oh, okay." And I was like bored. And then you know what? He started like going like, "Oh, my girlfriend and I," and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, we get it.
And we're
Okay.
done.
And we're bored. All right, well, okay, I'll go pick my people at Pick Pete." Anyway, so what I'm saying is this is a good test run for us, but as we know, there are very clear, strong queens going into this. So we all know that Katya and Alaska are really big, powerful contenders. I would love to see it next season. When we don't know who any of these queens are.
Yeah. I think, I agreed. I mean, that's the fact, that's the side effect of it being an All-Stars, right? Is we all kind of know all of these people that are going to be on there.
All right.
Yeah.
So once again, go to pickpete.com and pick your people and tell us who you picked pretty soon.
Pretty please.
Because
September 1st is the cutoff, right?
Oh, yeah. You have to sign up by September 1st.
Oh, that's right.
They closed the
September
contest
1st.
down September 1st. So head over there.
Pickpete.com.
Pickpete.com. And we're done with that. All right. And thank you for sponsoring this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race and next episode.
Not the actual Drag Race.
No. Yeah, exactly. That. What he said, but in a far less butcher way than he did on the phone.
Top-notch quality content.
So here's what we're changing up. They're going to start airing these shows. What is it? Thursday nights? Is that the
Thursday nights, Daniel?
Thursday nights are bad for everyone, right? Because it's the day before Friday. And anyway,
I like how we pretend we have a life too. All of us have lives. We're like, well, we certainly can't do the weekend.
Right. Well, the only times that
we're out partying.
Well, the only times that all three of our schedules really work well together, with the right, because we have a West Coast, East Coast thing going on as well, is on Tuesday nights, right? Isn't that normally when we record?
I mean, which one of us is Biggie?
I just love too that I'm like, yeah, we can't do Friday nights. Daniel, we're gonna play Drawful on Friday nights.
I can do Friday nights. It's like you can't do Friday. No, I can do Sundays. I do another podcast.
No,
Sundays.
I can't. Oh no, you guys can't. Yeah, you have Sunday. You guys can't do Sundays. Both of you guys have things on Sunday.
We tape Sunday night.
Whatever, I can do Sunday noon. We do a Sunday brunch. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to record our shows on Tuesday nights like we always have. So you're going to get them Wednesday morning, which will be like the day before, the new episode airs, or 2 days before the new episode airs. So in order to keep you from having to wait all that time, what will happen is that we're each going to take a turn solo hosting a show on like the Friday right after the show has aired, just giving our initial thoughts on it and going through email and messages and stuff like that. Now, any big messages that are for all three of us or any like really big important things we'll save for the main show. But pretty much what we did is the extra lap recap last season. We're going to do that this year first and then do the main recap on. So you'll still get a main recap. You'll just, hopefully by us marinating on things for that long, it'll be just more insightful and more, it's like a magazine, more well thought out. Not like those.
You're being funny, but that was always a frustrating part of the main show was,
how
we would do the show as quickly as possible. And then like 2 days later, there'd be a really good Reddit insight or Reddit comment or something would happen. Like, why didn't I know that during the show?
Right. But, not like those people over there at the AfterBuzz people that just spit it out right after the damn show. Not those people. We're not them.
They spit, we swallow.
At pickpete.com.
We will never get sponsored.
We hold it in our mouths for a while and ruminate on it, and then we just swallow it down.
Oh, wow. Anyway, so that's what we're changing up this season. So there you go. You have that to look forward to. However, am I not correct? Are we going to try to do for the premiere episode, we're going to try to all three?
I believe for the premiere episode, we're going to do all three of us.
Yeah, we'll do all three.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what we're changing up this week. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. There have been a lot of rumors floating around about new different things that will be on this season, like new voting things, new widgets and doohickeys that are in the I don't know what I'm trying to say. Joe, you keep track of all things gossip. What
I sure do.
What do you know about what's going to be different about All Stars 2 than a normal season?
I think, well, as we predicted and has been confirmed, is there's going to be a lip sync for your legacy feature, but we don't really know much more than that. I mean, I think smart TV production guessing is that Rue is going to pick the bottom two, and then the winning queen is going to select among the bottom two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that that's going to happen. I just saw a really good piece of gossip a couple of weeks ago about something that happens.
Wait. Explain that. So Rue picks the winner.
So she picks the top two and the bottom two.
Right.
But this time the top two queens lip sync against each other for their legacy.
Got it.
Right.
So the winner of the lip sync
gets to select.
Yes.
Of the bottom two.
Oh,
who
gets
goes
to
home.
send. Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Which should be very interesting.
Not if you're Ginger Minge.
I'm going to tell you something. So there are 3 different subreddits that I know of for RuPaul's Drag Race. There's the main RuPaul's Drag Race subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's one called RPDR Drama.
Yes.
Okay. That one's stupid. It just talks about drama that happens in the main subreddit. But then there's another one that's sort of for more serious RuPaul's Drag Race fans called RPDR T Ranny. It's really weird. It's Tearanny. It's really bizarre.
Tyranny.
Yeah, I don't get why. I don't get the name or anything like that.
Okay.
But that one. But then it's like maybe it's also a play on tranny though, 'cause it's T. Like it's like what's the T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Ranny
Or tyranny.
I don't know, Taylor. What I'm telling you is I don't know. I do not know the meaning of the name.
Maybe it's Tyrael. Maybe they're Games of Thrones fans.
Maybe. Yeah.
You took it too far.
Go ahead, Joe. So this last one, this super secret one that no one can spell is what about it?
That one's a little bit more serious, and I don't know what I was talking about anymore. What was I saying?
I don't know. Reddit is so hard. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a dig to another show. So I don't know. No, what we were saying,
guys,
is
if someone could write it and tell me what I was talking about, so I could fulfill it. But anyway,
there are three different
subreddits
you've been following.
3 different subreddits. So the one that I am, I know what it was. So I think it was the one that was serious on RPD or tranny,
Right.
or tyranny. They're doing like people a voting thing because they're bored. Picking the top queens of all time. It was like this I'm not going to get into it, super complicated method of how they did it, but people were selecting and cutting and choosing and saving and doing all that. But right now we're at the bottom, the top 10 or top 8, and Ginger Minj is among the top 8. She's not cut, she's in there.
Yeah,
People love Ginger Minj.
Donald Trump is the Republican nominee. People don't have good taste. I'm just saying that. I mean, we know this.
I agree with you. I'm not a big Ginger Minj fan, right? But there are people who really love Ginger Minj. There are people, Daniel, believe it or not, who like a short, gruff, stocky,
annoying,
pushy queen.
I have nothing. You know what? It's like there's my distaste for Ginger Minj has nothing to do with her physicality. It has to do with her attitude and her personality. So.
Okay.
I don't know. If you'd like to know more, go back and listen to season 7 of RuPaul Drag Race Recap.
You know how we don't understand how people like Ginger Minj? You know how we don't understand that?
Yes.
Thinking about this show right now, I don't know how people like this show. So many people like this show. We are the Ginger Minj.
We are.
We're always in the top.
We're like a 3-headed Ginger Minj.
But we don't understand why.
We're like a hydra.
And also, all of our basements are flooded. You know I've never been in a basement in my life?
Really?
Really?
They don't have them in California.
They don't have them in Florida.
I've been in one of there are 2 houses in St. Petersburg that have a basement, and I have been in one of them.
Do you live in St. Petersburg, Taylor?
Yes.
I was just reading about it today because I guess we'll talk about it after the air. This is so boring about politics. Sorry.
Okay.
I used to live 3 blocks from Taylor in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the old days when I lived. Yeah, it's like I was going to say, if you've ever gone to the underground tour at Disney, you've been in the basement, but that's not true because we all know that the underground at Disney World is actually the first floor because they built the Magic Kingdom on the 2nd floor.
I've never been to the tour.
Oh, you should do it. Tour. It's fun.
I should do it. You're right.
Yep.
I will.
So make sure to pick your queens at pickpete.com.
Doesn't matter. Joe, what are the... So are there any other rumors that we need to know about?
I mean, all the rumors, they've moved on now to season 9. Everyone's talking about season 9 now. We're not caring about that.
But, we didn't talk about that. See, so in the meantime, RuPaul's Drag Race has gotten picked up for another season on Logo.
And they started filming August 10th.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing that we need to know is there was something about VH1. Tell me about that.
So now RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2 will be also... it won't be simulcast because it won't be at the same time, but they'll also be airing the show on VH1. I imagine Logo gets first broadcast rights.
If only there was some online TV guide that I had right in front of me that I could go and look real quick because they were with...
Daniel looked at that. Yeah, so for those of you that don't have Logo or don't want your parents to know you watch it, Jordan... Which is so funny because... I think parents nowadays would be more embarrassed if their kid was watching VH1.
Yeah, right?
Then they're watching Logo. Like, oh, why are you watching VH1?
If you could just get Timmy to quit watching
What's even on VH1 anymore? I don't even know.
It's all reality shows. It's all like Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives and...
It's not Rosie O'Donnell introducing like 15-year-old music videos anymore?
No, there's nary a Michael Bolton video to be found.
That's what VH1 was, right? It was like kind of like
I will have you know, Joe Batance, that it is season 2, episode 1 of RuPaul's All-Star Drag Race airs on VH1 in HD. at 8:00 Eastern time on the 25th.
You're kidding! On Thursday.
On Thursday.
Wow!
25th.
So you can watch RuPaul's Drag Race in HD the same night as the people who watch it on Logo.
There you go.
There you go. So that's good to know. GTK.
GT.
That stands for good to know, Dan. That's the way the kids. Jordan knows what I'm talking about.
IJS. Because I go to that school. That who said that? What was it? Kennedy Davenport School of Acronyming.
Okay. Is there anything else for us to talk about, Daniel?
Absolutely
do any more
nothing.
email? Oh, no, but people should email us now, right? Aren't we encouraging people now to get ready for the show? Give us your thoughts. Where can they email us, Daniel?
They can email us at rdrr@pride48.com. And here, let me just throw this out to you. This is what we want to know. I know what my particular pregame is to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Like I have a set menu that I watch the show with the correct beverage and the correct
you do?
food. Yes. You don't?
No.
Oh, wow.
We usually just eat dinner and watch it.
I usually go to a bar to watch it. So it's downtown where I go, and so I usually go to Shake Shack and have a Shake Shack brain. Then I have Miller Lite during the actual watching. But do you have? That's my question to you. If you would like to email into us, do you have any particular rituals that you do around the show? Is there something that you always like eat or drink during the show? Yes, Taylor.
I will say this. You just mentioned a good point. In St. Petersburg, I don't know if it's going to be open by next week, but we are getting our first Hamburger Mary's.
Oh.
Over by Tyrone Mall.
Yeah.
God, why?
So, okay. Well, because the one gay bar that's close to me doesn't show it, so I was thinking that I might go watch it over there.
Yeah, Hamburger Mary's.
That could be a nice little tradition, but I'll just buy it on iTunes and
No, ask. Call them and ask and say, hey, are you playing RuPaul's Drag Race?
Oh, I'm sure they are.
They may not, because a lot of times the management doesn't know, but then if you ask them, they're like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So.
It's so funny because I live by a Hamburger Mary's here in West Hollywood, California. And on this Uber Eats. Do you guys have Uber Eats?
No.
We have it in New York City, but not here in Connecticut.
So Uber Eats is like Uber, but you just call them and they just bring food to you immediately. It's really weird. Right. And I just love...
You don't get to pick the food. It's just like it's like an Italian...
No, you get to pick the...
It's
so
like an
really
Italian
weird,
mother-in-law,
actually.
whatever. He's like, I brought you some pasta and I brought you some...
So they have one option that's like for instance, Hamburger Mary's, which I'll get to in a second, where they order it, they go to Hamburger Mary's, they pick it up, they bring it to your house, right? Mm-hmm. For $5. Yeah. But then they have another one that's instant delivery. They're driving around with food in their car, and if you order it within like 5 minutes, they'll have this hamburger or this sandwich in your house.
They actually cook it in the Uber.
I don't know how they do it. Anyway, the point is, I'm like, is there anybody on this fucking planet who's like, God, I want something from Hamburger Mary's. I just don't want to fucking drive. Like, the food is such shitty, like Chili's, like shitty Chili's food. Like shitty TGI Fridays food. Why would anyone go like, ugh, if only I could have food from Hamburger Mary's and have to deal with the hassle of driving there.
Marking them
like you
off.
go to Hamburger
Marking
Mary's.
them off as a potential sponsor. All right.
I was going to say, and we'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Hamburger Mary's.
You go to watch Hamburger Mary. You go to watch the Oscars. You go to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. You don't go to Hamburger Mary's for their stellar food.
No,
Thank you.
Well, no, I've never really gotten to do that before. I know that Daniel's talked about he's gone to bars and watched it, and I know that you've done the same thing. I haven't really had an opportunity to do that unless I wanted to go, I think, to Tampa, and I don't ever drive to Tampa unless I have to.
How far away is Tampa from you?
Tampa's a good half an hour drive on the on 275 to get any place that would show it. I mean, to actually get to Tampa probably takes about 15 minutes, but to get someplace that would actually show Drag Race, I'd have to go probably into Ybor City, and it's
Ybor City. This is a real place. Ybor City.
Ybor, YBOR City. That's
this is not like a location in the Star Wars universe.
No, Ybor City. It's a historic location in Tampa.
Yeah,
historic for what reason?
It was where the original cigar factories were. A lot of the Spanish cigar factories was like there in Ybor City, and so it retains a lot of. Ybor City was a place when Florida was owned by Spain, so it was. It predates the United States, so it predates.
And it's also a historic place because it's where Daniel and I used to hang out when we were in our 20s.
That's right. It's also a historic place because that's where all the gay clubs were relegated back when we were kids growing up.
And then gentrification took over.
Right. And they're like, hey, this historic thing is pretty cool. We should put a mall here.
Right.
And then they put a mall there and they're like, we don't like these clubs being really loud at night. We should probably code enforce against them, even though that was the whole reason that the place was cool. But that's a whole different topic on for another whole different thing. There you go. That's the thing. If you have a special ritual that you would like to tell us about, write into us at rdrr@pride48.com or any other thing that happens to be on your mind. We will be happy. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at Drag Race Recap on Twitter, and we are on Facebook, facebook.com/Drag Race Recap.
Before we officially go, I want each one of you to tell me who you're most excited to hear from on an email. Let's see who they email. Let's see who gets emailed first.
Okay. Taylor, who are you excited to hear from?
You mean as far as a listener goes?
A listener. I want to have the race of the listener. This ain't RuPaul's best drag race listener of a podcast race.
Oh my God.
God, we are all so out of practice. Jesus Christ.
Taylor.
I love Adonis, so I want to get an email from Adonis.
Okay, you'll see where this is going. So Adonis B. Taylor has Adonis B.
Who, by
this
the
is
way,
our fantasy.
By the way, is currently in Greece, so you probably won't even hear this show.
Okay, well that's Taylor's fault. This is our fantasy listener. You know, there's fantasy baseball and fantasy drag race. We have fantasy listener. So that was Taylor's problem for picking that. Who do you go with, Daniel?
I'm going for my future ex-husband Tyler H. So hashtag Tyler H.
I think I'm gonna give you a surprising one here.
Yes.
I am gonna go with Jamar84.
Wow.
You wouldn't think I would do that, but I'm gonna go with Jamar84.
Wow.
That we will hear. So if you're any one of those three people, the first one to email in, we win.
Wow.
So like if Adonis B emails in first, Taylor wins.
Wow.
Taylor wins what?
Yeah. What do we win? Just bragging rights?
What do you win anyway? What do we win with this fantasy drag racing we're doing?
Hopefully I get a sexy picture of Adonis. That's what I win when I get my email.
Oh, you probably will get that.
Just go to his Facebook page. He's in Greece.
No, that's creepy. If he sends it to me, then it's romantic.
He's shirtless in Greece.
Taylor, what'd you think of this Tongvin guy?
Who?
The guy in the Olympics with the oiled up body.
Okay, he's kind of cute, but it was way too oiled up. I enjoy him greasy, but not quite that greasy. The one that I really thought was cute, because I've only watched the Olympics one night, and I watched I think his name is Arthur Mariano. He's the Brazilian. He won the bronze for the floor routine. He's very, very cute. Very much where I was watching it at the Huffington's house, and they all looked at me like, oh, that's so your type. Because we're short and stocky, we've got big dark hair, and we're very cute. And now I want to look up pictures of him online.
Yeah, Taylor always shows me the people that he thinks are cute, and they always look like the friend on Home Improvement. What was that guy's name? Like Tim Allen's friend?
Richard, what was his name?
Richard Keel?
Yeah, but what was the character's name? Was Al?
Al?
Yeah, Al. Was that his name?
Yeah. Oh, that guy is really cute.
That's Adonis B.
Oh, yeah, Adonis. But we all know Adonis B's hot.
Anyway, let's just get out of this.
All right, let's wrap this show. Let's wrap this show up.
Good night, everyone. Wait, do we have a thing? We do have a thing. Taylor, say it.
Sashay away until the first episode of Drag Race All-Stars 2.
Which is next week.
Shut up! God damn it!